Hi guys, Julia here. Okay, let's do some Final Fantasy XIV today. The Easter event is going on right now. What's very festive. It's not called the Easter event, but it's called Patching Tide seasonal event. So let's see what we get. Some eyeglasses. Of Weeds and Whimsy, a stylish dreamer, smiley at you. Already your day has improved. Come on. For the happy season of hatching tide is upon us once more. And what an excellent season it is. A pleasure to meet you, I'm not really into puns. I just so choose this one. I don't know who she is, because I forgot everything. She's kinda cute. Lee? Or Leopold? Oh, is this the first you've seen me without my cap? For a moment I feared you had forgotten me. It is never so good to have you with us again, Gia. Happy hatching tide. This year I dreamt of marvelous golden eggs rising from curious floor. As we speak, our dreamers are hiding eggs in the black shroud for participants to lift from the shrubbery, thereby reenacting my dreams. Successful seekers will be awarded in very stylish glasses. Stylish, not so much. In my opinion. Although no little time has passed since I've had word from dear Nota, who is organizing the operation. Can't help but worry something has gone awry. I'm flying to do and find her myself, but alas, I have duties to attend to here. Of course, Gia, perhaps you would be so kind to seek Nota out in my stead. Sure, why not? Thank you. I hope he has returned to Redania safely. It will be worth checking the Aetherite Plaza before venturing further afield. She too should be wearing a pair of sabbatic glasses, hers in the shape of a chicken. Alright. Chicken-shaped glasses. There she is. My glasses, they're a prize for participating in this year's Hatching Tide festivities, but... Marvelous, I chased a leafy beast and discovered a most fortuitous chicken, but for now I must away. I look forward to these Hatching Tide festivities. These springtime delights. Oh, hello, Gia. A happy hatching tide to you. How can I be of service? Geely sent you. I suppose I've been gone for a while, but been having trouble finding our eggs in the arena. As I was working, these tall, thick grasses suddenly sprung forth. I tried to friend them back, and I used my best darning scythe. Would make the smallest impression. At best, I managed to snip a couple of leaves. I can't help but worry that our arena is populated not by typical brambles, but a variety of leafkin. We can hardly set our egg hunters into the nest of monsters. Oh, what to do? You would help? A godsend, truly. Let us start by gathering information about this peculiar plant. Well, I know adventurers generally prefer to slay monsters first and ask questions later. I shall head for Bartness Guild. Meantime, you could ask around the Carline Canopy regarding the strange specimen. I greatly appreciate it. You take one of these by manage to salvage, let us reconvene at the Aether Plaza once we have gotten what information we can. Peculiar plant. Perplexingly persistent plant life populating the part permitted for participants. Interesting tongue twister. This leaf, I dare say, it comes from us. That was from some variety of flytrap. We often receive petitions regarding roselets, but I don't believe I've seen leafkin of this particular shade of green. Curious. Just as typical plant life flourishes during this season, so too do leafkin. I would not be surprised if some bad strain had developed in the process. Require assistance in calling it. Do not hesitate to ask. Welcome to Carline Canopy. Look at this leaf. While I'm well versed in the leaves, steeped from myriad teas, my knowledge can offer no insight on this particular specimen. My apologies. Well then, you're useless. However, we did have a guest come in search of a strange leafkin just moments ago. Okay, never mind, you're not useless. An elven gentleman wearing shaded spectacles. He introduced himself as an alchemist specializing in the study of wild beasts. While he did seem somewhat eccentric, perhaps an expert of his standing might offer the assistance you require. Wait, said he was bound for Old Gridania. Should you desire to seek him out. Hey there, beautiful. You looking to hire? I'm did with a lance. Hell no. Get away from me. Oh yeah, look at this leaf. I recognize this. A whole swarm of this leafkin was crowding a little corner of the Black Shroud just the other day. Never seen anything like it quite. Never seen anything quite like it. So I tried giving it a poke. Will you believe it? The leaves and flowers just keep growing back. Easy as you please. Eventually I just gave up. There's one thing I can't stand, it's feeling impotent. You're back. Perfect timing. According to the folks at the Botanist Guild, leaf belongs to a type of highly durable leafkin. So durable, in fact, that the pieces you and I possess are apparently still very much alive. What did you discover? So others have been similarly unsuccessful in tying them back, in which case developing an alternate strategy does seem in order. The alchemist you mentioned seems like a good lead, don't you think? They're posing with shaded spectacles. Perhaps that was the fellow with whom I was speaking earlier. You'd say something on chasing a leafy beast, after all. Let's head over and see if I can find him. Oh ho ho! The fortuitous chicken has found me again, along with the lady of adventure. Yes, that sounds like me. Ravenous for leafkin large and small, the wayfaring alchemist, her baron at your service. What? Why, this is the very leaf I have been pursuing for moons upon moons. Moons upon moons upon moons upon moons. That is to say, if you are seeking assistance in combating this menace, I'd be happy to help. We would be much obliged as an alchemist. Would you say that some sort of concoction might be effective against this creature? Oh ho ho, no. Doubt you not the efficacy of my concoctions, little chicken. With this Baron leaf in his possession, for Baron the Great can finally realize his purpose with traveling to the Twellswood and finally seize his quarry by the stalk and wrestle it into submission. What the hell are you talking about? Why, my enthusiasm overcomes me. But my enthusiasm overcomes me, you see, as I was poring over a leafkin of this very persuasion, my eyeballs were subjected to quite a piece of mischief. Since then they burn like all seven hells. Burn like all seven hells if exposed to sunlight, wind, or most anything. As long as I wear these tinted lenses, I can remain upright and free of blinding pain and nausea for several bells at a time. Quite long enough to brew a tincture that shall spare you both a similar fate. Now, if you excuse me, I have ingredients to through of the shade bower. Wait, at least allow me to foot the bill. Ha ha ha. Just the bare sight of that leaf has imbued me with untold mercantile stamina. Like lightning flashed in my gill, and like a nun grew my spoils. Now that I must gather my thoughts, the leafkin in question is a troublesome strain of flytrap, possessed of vitality so great that it sprouts forth with abundance from the very spot it has shown. Therefore, by thwarting its regenerative properties, we may cut this terror down to size, not only in the metaphorical sense, but the literal. Each have living pieces of its tender, full flesh, combined with my chosen ingredients. They should yield a distillation that will forestall the preacher's recovery. The effects will be temporary, but a skilled hand needs only a few moments, no? Soak your scythe in Herbrin's brain and mow with all your might. What wonderful news! Can you imagine if the creatures were only susceptible to fire? And they had the fuel of perish is hardly what Geely think of. Fire, heavens forfend, my dear chicken. The act of snipping in itself is transcendent commutation, or so they say. To inhale the life breath of the force, to welcome within one's heart the bounties of the land, to occasionally have one's eyes gourded with burning venom. These are the experiences we live for. Not to mention all the free samples of plant life to be gained along the way. We are not liable to keel over at any moment. We like nothing better than to slice the shrubbery by your side. However, I have every confidence that a brave adventurer such as yourself will succeed where I have failed. Now let us commence. Make me the happiest man in the realm. Bestow upon me your leaves. Just as spoil dissolves boiled, the extracts from this leaf shall counteract their own regenerative properties. Whereby this should be brought thusly, and that should be, yes, from all angles may this life strike true. Whoa. Oh, no, he's dead. You will be missed. I offer my masterpiece, my soul, my well-lubricated garden scythe. Well, when you put it that way, I don't know if I want it. In your hands may it hack away our hardships. Better to meet the Reaper. You can leave the rest to me. Exterminate. Again, I'm not into puns. I prepare to meet the Reaper. Now that our garden scythe is equipped to cut back the fly traps, we are one step closer to reclaiming our arena. Rest assured your efforts will be rewarded with exclusive hashing tide, yes, but You take care to avoid any squirting venom. Yeah, please don't. Squirting my eye. Berberin, the upright, would like to join this sortie to observe the effects of his ultimate miracle, insofar as they can't be observed with scalded eyeballs. Of course, let's watch Gia's work from a safe distance. Our arena is a fair walk from here, so I will have the Dreamish arrange for a chocobo carriage. Come and find me when you are ready to depart. Ready to clear out our arena of troublesome sprigs and stalks, just say the word, and an egg usher shall whisk us away. Seizing event instance unlocked. Ah, great. Wield a special garden scythe to slay troublesome traps and retrieve Parthon eggs. All costumes and jobs are eligible. Participate in the sprig cleaning. Speak with the egg ushers. Travel to the arena. Alright, well. It is a weekend, so there's probably a lot of people doing this now. Oh, it's not a party, is it? Okay. Use the Dordan scythe and hack away. The Spriganator. Oh, do I keep going? Oh, I see. Here, and let's do this. And then this. And then this. Whoa! Oh wait, I have this special thing. 50! 50 yards, I guess. Nah, it's 50 feet. Looks like. Right. Well, that was easy. Magnificent work. Thanks to you, our hatching tide participants may search for eggs in safety and comfort. Indeed, my chemical solution exceeded even my own expectations. You have delivered me a vision, a dream. Not to mention sprigs of a most troublesome trap. How I shall probe. How I shall stare, all without risk to what remains of my vision. Ooh. Well, I'm glad he seems pleased with the results. Go ahead and tell Jihi that... Geely, that our egg hunt may proceed as scheduled. arena's filled with leafkin. No wonder preparations were taking longer than expected. I'm glad to hear the issue has been resolved, and it never emerged unscathed. Not only did Gia clean up those sprigs and sprouts, she also managed to retrieve what eggs were lost to the foliage. We should be ready to hide the eggs anew and begin the festivities. I would like to thank the alchemist who was so crucial to the operation. Do you think Master Herberin is still in Gridania? Eureka! Well, unfortunately, he's still here. The man himself, you sound cheerful. Dear chicken, cheerful does not describe the half of my mood. For Herberin, the Peerless has made a discovery for the eggs. From the leafkin samples you provided me, I was able to concoct a regenerative ointment for my poor blistered eyes. I am cured. Yay, so what? My habit of sticking my face too close to my object of study has at long last served me well. For where once venom splashed, so too did an antidote. I think you look better with the shades. Did you imagine how else we might manipulate the properties of these fantastic creatures? We could develop cures upon peers, devise agents upon agents. We're a witness to a golden age of alchemy, rising resplendent from fields of fell leafkin. Goodness, this must be what the eggs in my dream represented, the bright hopes for the future that this discovery portends. So it was you, my oval comrades, who spoke of destiny. Had I but... Well, come on. Hold on. Okay, so my game disconnected, and when I went to record again, I didn't notice my OBS had crashed, so I lost my recording. So I'm gonna finish this cutscene on my alt here. So it was you, my oval comrades, who spoke of destiny, and I bet listened. Unless Arabin has been a fool. But no longer. I shall hereby heed the wisdom of Egg and continue my work with full faculties, all thanks to you. You seem to possess a great appreciation for the spirit of Hatching Tide, and also a pair of our promotional glasses. Oh, these? These I wear not for protection against the elements, and as a reminder of the catalyst that changed my fate forevermore. And he does this stupid dance. Please stop dancing, I don't want to see it. It does me proud to see how Hatching Tide brings joy to one and all, and our celebrations have but scarcely begun. It wasn't if pleased to set these glasses as token of our appreciation. You have more than earned them. My character's name is Elizabeth. Our dreamers will continue patrols of the arena, but we may well need some further training. Your assistance would be much appreciated and rewarded with a special Hatching Tide gifts. And now she starts dancing too. And that's it for the Easter event. So now I can do that instance again and buy some stuff here. Some eyeglasses, tabletop stuff, posters. Guess I'll do that in my own time. Now I get this ugly set of glasses. Don't these look stylish? Yeah, anyway. No, by the way, this is my original 1.0 character from way back when Final Fantasy 14 first came out. Now, our appearance has changed a little bit. I've altered it over the years. Right now, she's basically similar to my Final Fantasy 11 character, and with the same name, Elizabeth. And this is Yuaha's outfit from that Final Fantasy 11 event. But yeah. Here's the tattoo in case you need proof. But as I said before, I wasn't around when the game actually closed or turned off before it went to Around Reborn. My account was actually inactive, so my name's not in the credits of the game when you beat Around Reborn, sadly. But I still have this character at least, and I do play her from time to time. But maybe I'll play Final Fantasy 11 again sometime later. Who knows? But for now, let's continue with the Endwalker story. Right. So I decided to read aloud the event story there, since it's relatively short, just to try it out. It does help me comprehend the dialogue better, as opposed to reading it in my head. But for the main story here, I won't read everything out loud since I did read kind of slow. And I don't want my videos to be like, 5 hours long. Always had trouble with reading comprehension, especially when I read something too fast. I tend to forget what I just read, and I have to read it again slower. I've never been a fast reader. Mostly why I hated my English literature classes growing up. They made us read all these stupid, boring-ass books all the time. Summer reading was the worst. My god, I hated it so much. I mean, seriously, we finally get like 3 months off from school, and they assign you 3 fucking books to read over the summer, but you then have to take a test on them on the first day of school. So ideally, you're supposed to read 1 book a month or something, right? Now for me, since I can't read that fast, I could only finish like 1 book over the summer. Maybe 1.5. If I tried to read faster, I wouldn't fully comprehend everything I just read. Plus, I'd probably forget most everything by the time I had to take the test too. And most of them weren't like easy books either. I remember I had to read Crime and Punishment one summer, and my god, it does suck. I only got like halfway through it before I eventually just got tired of it and quit. I mean, I felt like I was going through the punishments instead of the main character. But Pride and Prejudice was another, which I actually didn't read at all. I remember I completely bombed that test too. I got like a 48 or something, which is surprising. I got like half the answers right. Considering I only read the Cliff Notes version of it. If you're aware yet, Cliff Notes used to be a thing. They were basically like short summary analysis or guides to the book. And this was like pre-internet, by the way. You can't just look up stuff on Boo Boo or Ask AI like today. Damn kids, they have it too easy these days. But yeah, that's why there used to be a phrase where someone was telling like a long story, you'd say, "What's the Cliff Notes version of it?" Or something like that. But Janice, your story's too long, what's the gist of it? Yeah, so no one says that anymore. I'm getting old. Anyway, there was a book one summer that I actually did like, Taliesin, which is like a fantasy novel set during the time of King Arthur, I think. But yeah, that was fun to read. Which goes to show, I do like to read, but only stuff that's interesting to me. Right, I remember in high school, I found a really great book called The Demon King by Chris Bunch, which is a fantasy novel about a warrior and his sorcerer friend who became the king. I was surprised to find that it had a lot of very explicit sex scenes as well, which was interesting to say the least, especially for my teenage mind. But the story is really good. It was actually the second book in a series of 3. The first book was called The Seer King, which I read after I finished The Demon King. I actually never read the third book though, The Warrior King. I bought it, but I just got too busy with other things and never got around to reading it, unfortunately. As the title suggests, basically the sorcerer friend becomes the king in the first book, and then in the second book he becomes evil or something. And in the third book, I'm guessing the warrior now has to fight his friend and become king himself, maybe, or something like that. Again, I never read it. Maybe someday I will. But I'd have to read the first 2 books again, of course, since I basically forgot everything. Forgot the story, forgot the characters. Most of my free time is spent watching anime or VTubers, or even reading manga too. So I don't know if I'll go back to reading novels again. The last novel I read was like in college, which was a really long time ago, to say the least. But anyway, enough about that. Sorry for the long tangent. Let's continue with the story. Last time, I got to this new area here, Elpis. I became a giant, and now I'm talking with these giant people. So yeah, I guess we're going somewhere to talk some more. Fun times. Okay, go inside here. Here's the Emmett Silk guy who we saw in Shadowbringers.
Hermes に指定されたのはここで間違いなさそうだな。だが、お前はダメだ。やましい話じゃないが、人の今後を左右する大事な話だ。どこから来たのかも言えないような奴に聞かせられるものか。なんだ、食ってかかる気か？
I have important things to say to him as well. There are reasons I cannot speak freely.
それはヘルメスとだろう。私の用件が終わった後にいくらでも話すがいいさ。
自分は彼女に同席してもらっても構わない。
ヘルメス、 だが、こいつは。
メーティオンに気に入られた存在だということは、自分にとってどんな言葉で論じられるよりも、それに第三者がいてくれた方が冷静でいられそうだ。
わかった。お前の意見を尊重しよう。静かに聞いているんだぞ。
それで話というのはやはり。
ああ、ファダニエルが座を降りることを決めた。14人委員会としても、お前の実績と深い知識を買ってその提案を受ける方向で動いている。あえて面識がない私がここに来たのは、公正な目で近況を確認するため。
So I completely forget what's going on. Hermes is now, what, the leader? Or something?
そして何よりお前自身の意志を問うためだ。現ファダニエルももともとはここの所長だ。公私ともにお前と親交があったと聞く。座を譲りたいという旨も何度か話をしていたそうじゃないか。
そうだ。私がなすべき仕事を終える時にはお前を襲おうと。
とてもじゃないが、喜んでいるようには見えないな。
いや、そうじゃない。委員会に推挙してもらえたことは。だが現ファダニエルが座を降りようとしていること、やはり彼は星に帰るのだろうか。
そのつもりだとは聞いている。
星に帰るは死ぬ。
おや、珍しいね。エルピスではそう呼ぶ方が主流なのかい？我らは星の意志であり細胞である。この命こそが星に流るる血の一滴。それが私たち人の役割だよ。星を良くすることでそこに生きる全てのものが幸せでいられるようにするわけだね。みんなそのために知り、考え、作り出してきた。おかげで原初の頃は荒々しかったという星はこれほどまでに穏やかに優しいものになった。星に帰るというのはそうして星を育んだ者にこそ与えられる選択肢だ。大いに生き、己のやるべきことを果たしたと思った時に人々はそれを選ぶ。最後の瞬間はいつだってそれは美しいものさ。
14人委員会に加わった者とてその流れからは逸脱しない。私たちの座はついた者にとって名数と同義だ。ファダニエルが帰るのを認められないのは彼の功績がそれに値しないと考えているからか。知らないわけはないと思うが、あの御人は多くの素晴らしいイデアを生み出した。こと新たな動物を作ることにかけてはな。エルピスでの経験を生かし、いくつもの種を生み出したものだ。
もちろんそれはよくわかっている。あれほど偉大で命を知る人であっても、やはりそうして終わりを選ぶのかと。 フがいない。同席を進めておいてすまないが、少しの間彼女を連れ出してやってはくれないか。
You know, I would comment more on the story, it's just I don't really know what's going on. My chocobo is standing on the table. How rude. Yeah, let's get out of here. I don't know what these old geezers are talking about. Sounds like fun. Sure, why not? Sounds like a bother. Where did I come from? From a place far, far away. From a place facing a great threat. From the Crystarium, I guess? What an ugly bird. It's thinking, why am I so ugly? I feel like this is the time where that Japanese gag of I just collapse on the floor, you know? I feel like that was appropriate at this time. No, she's talking to me? What am I good at? Fighting, crafting, gathering, playing, it's a secret. I'm not good at any of this. The bird looks funny. It did take me a while to get this melt, Ixion. Had to watch the weather over there. Gather enough items to buy it. What do I like? Oh, it doesn't say. Alright, let's talk to these old guys again. Sure, I'll come. Why not? Composure regained. Hermes is ready to return to his duties. So by the way, I did buy the Dawn Trail expansion. It was half off. I tend to buy it when it's 50% off so I can save some money. There's no way I'm spending full price on an expansion that I probably won't even do. I'm not even sure if I'll do the post-Endwalker stuff, but we'll see. At least my level cap is now 100. Also got access to the new jobs. Viper and Cryptomancer. Is Meteion an arcane entity? Is Meteion a living being? So I did unlock Viper. I do want to try it out. Cause then, like, whenever I meet one, encounter one in PvP, they seem to be really strong. So I kind of want to try them out in PvP. Cryptomancer, I am not sure how strong they are. Maybe I'll try it. Later though, the season hasn't reset yet, so...
見事なものだろう。アンペロスという最近観察を始めたばかりの創造生物だ。
It's just a goo-boo.
少しいいか、経過を聞かせてもらいたい。
Oh hey, it's that flower. Maybe I can get another one.
Elpis の花。私と一緒のエンテレケイヤ。
その花はこの施設で作られたんだ。昔ここに美しい花を作ることを愛している職員がいた。面白いのは何と言っても周囲の心を映してまとう色を変えるところだ。とはいえここでも地上でも陰りなき純白をまとっていることが大半だが。
へえ、人の心を映す。それってどういう仕組みなんだい？
世界にはエーテルとはまた異なる思いが動かす力というものがある。自分たちがエーテルを自在に操るように、この花はその力を受けたり作用させることができる。とはいえ花自身には明確な意志がない。だから 周囲の感情によって動いた力を受け、それを色や輝きといった現象に変換しているんだ。
アーカー社はラザハン式の錬金術に存在する概念で、目には見えない力の一つよ。
アーカー社、その呼び名には心当たりがないが、自分たちはその力をデュナミスと呼んでいる。
Diamis. Or getting Final Fantasy 11 flashbacks here.
そしてエルピスの花のようにデュナミスを操ることができる存在、思いを自在に現象へと変えられる存在をエンテレケイアと呼ぶ。
私もエンテレケイ
ああ、その子は世界で最初の意志を持つエンテレケイアなんだ。
待て待て、エーテルとは異なる力、デュナミスだと。そんなもの私ですら初めて聞くが。
Japanese pronounces it Dunamis.
無理からぬことだ。まずデュナミスは人に見えないし感じ取れもしない。理論上は長らくあるに違いないとされていたが、エルピスの花が偶然創造されるまでは。次にデュナミスはエーテルと比べてずっと弱い力だ。だから自分たちのように多量のエーテルを有し、何につけてもエーテルを活用する生物はデュナミスを使う必要がない。まさに合ってない存在だ。
なるほどな。しかしだとしたらどうしてお前はエンテレケイアを。
アーテリスはエーテルが特別に濃い星だ。それこそ名の由来になるほどに。だが宇宙全体で見れば計算上全ての質量とエネルギーの 68.3% をデュナミスが占めると考えられている。エーテルとは比べ物にならないほど大きいんだ。緩く流れる水では石を浮かてずとも、滝のように勢いをつければ岩をも削っていくように。
What are you talking about?
とは言ったものの、実のところ自分はそんな大それた目的を持っているわけじゃない。天を、宇宙を飛ぶものを作りたかった。そのために生涯では補給しにくくなるエーテルではなく、別の力を利用できるようにしてはどうかと考えたんだ。
ああ、だからその子は極端にエーテルが薄かったのか。
ご明察だ。
あなたも薄いと感じる。だからエンテレケイアの仲間と思った。違う？
Sure, I don't see why I couldn't be one. Well, I have been known to transcend my limits with nothing but determination. If I'm thin, it's because him itself didn't do a proper job.
いや、お前はそんな上等なものじゃなく、消えかけのうっすら使い魔もどきだっただろう。
エーテルが薄ければエンテレケアになるというわけじゃない。それが思いもよらぬ勝利や逆転につながるかもしれない。ああ、待たせたままになっていた。まだいくつか確認したいことがあるから済ませてくれ。
It'd be great if they did, like, some kind of dynamis-like instance in this game, maybe? I don't actually know if they did or not, but if they did, that'd be great. Yeah, Dynamis was fun in Final Fantasy 11, but only fun because I didn't have to organize it or do anything else. Just to stand there and wait for a mob to come and kill it. I'm sure organizing it, doing all the pools, strategizing all that was a pain in the ass. But, yeah, those were fun times. So in Stormblood they had this Eureka instance, right? That was kind of similar to Final Fantasy 11 game, where you kill a bunch of mobs and, you know, a monster shows up, you beat it, you get rewards, stuff like that. So maybe an instance similar to Dynamis can work. I know Shadowbringers had some kind of Eureka-like instance, but I never did it. Speaking of Eureka, I do want to do the last raid, you know, where you fight Absolute Virtue. And since I'm familiar with the Final Fantasy 11 stuff and the Absolute Virtue monster, the legendary monster, but I haven't done it. Probably never will. You have to get like a raid, they have to plan it and everything, and yeah, it's too much trouble. So, for those who are not aware, Absolute Virtue was an enemy boss that sometimes spawned after you killed the last boss in was the second expansion, right? Chains of Promethea. Not the last story boss, it's like an optional endgame boss. The series of monsters that you fight through, and then when you get to the last one, you kill it. And then there was like a 50% chance that Absolute Virtue, this weird looking being, I guess, godlike being, would appear. It would basically just annihilate your entire raid, your entire party, because it was basically undefeatable, unbeatable, unkillable. It would have all of the characters, the jobs, 2-hour abilities. The 2-hour abilities are like their best abilities, like the Paladin had Invincible, stuff like that. This monster had basically all those abilities. So it was basically impossible to beat. I'm pretty sure the developers did not intend for it to be killed. I guess it was just added in just for fun. You know, hey, you beat the final boss of this expansion, now die, you know. Kind of a sadistic addition to the game. But lo and behold, that did not stop players from trying to figure out a way to kill it. And they came up with all sorts of these loopholes, tricks, whatever, to try to kill it. Anyway, it's fun to look out if you're interested. I don't remember if there was, I think, some group found a way to... It might have been an exploit or something. Yeah, I remember the first time they killed it, they did an exploit. It dropped nothing, of course. Like a crystal or something. But that was kind of hilarious. Yeah, then I think they patched it where you couldn't do the exploit anymore. So yeah. It'd be fun if I could fight Absolute Virtue in this game, in Eureka. But like I said, I don't think I'll ever get in a raid to do that. Oh yeah, I was supposed to say something. I have a favor to ask. Please. I said the magic word.
だから私に言われてもだな。
君ならばそのカリブディスが飛ぶのを助けてくれる。偉大なるエメトセルクよ、どうか頼む。
じゃないとヘルメス、今からここで大胆に変身する。
おやおや、こうなったら手を貸してあげた方が早いと思うな。
何がおやおやだ。仕組んだのはお前だろ。
そんな人聞きの悪い。私はただそういう素晴らしい選択肢もあるって。
私は手伝いのために来たんじゃない。それだけはよくよく覚えておけよ。おい、地上からカリブディスを飛ばすのはお前がやれ。私が力を貸すのは空中での補助だけだ。
それじゃあ私たちはこの辺りから見物していようか。
This part feels a little like filler. I don't know if it's important to the story or not.
さっきの質問だけど、ほら、エメとセル君がなぜ14人委員会に入ったのかって話。実は最初に14人委員会への誘いを受けたのは彼じゃなく私だったんだ。でも私は断った。確かに見ることにかけては人並み以上だけれど、あくまでも見るだけだ。エーテルを操作する方はどちらかというと下手な部類なのさ。見て知ることができても結果に対応する術がなくちゃ仕方ないだろ。その点エメとセルクは完璧だ。エーテルが見えるだけじゃなく、それを自在に引き寄せて強大な魔法を使うことができる。あれほど偉大な魔導士を私は他に知らないよ。だから私は彼を推したんだけど、なんでも以前彼に手を貸してもらった人たちが当人は驚いたんじゃないかな。私とエメとセルクにはもう一人仲のいい友人がいるんだ。それがまあなんというか面白い人でね。エメとセルクは呆れてばかりだけど、まあ心配もしているわけさ。だから呼ばれればついていくし、結果として周りからはエメとセルク自身が人助けをしてるように思われたって。本当にとびきり愉快な友人たちさ。彼らの望みが叶うようにすること、それが私にできる最良の星への貢献だ。エメとセルクは14人委員会の座は、だったら私の名数は友人たちのそれに等しいのだろうと思うよ。いけないね、つい語っちゃった。やっぱりその色、君の中にある色のせいかな。
すごい、カリュバです。上手。
Well, that was easy.
うん、あれならもう大丈夫。近くまで行ってエメとセルクに手を振ってあげなよ。
Of course, you gotta fill this story up with filler. Gotta force people like me to stay subscribed to the game to finish. Otherwise, if the story finished in like a few hours, I would have canceled my subscription already. Alright, so what am I doing? Wave. I mean, it looked like he was flying already, since it's like floating off the ground, but whatever. Alright, well, that was fun. Let's go back. Oh, wow. There's actually, Ixion monsters. I guess they're not, completely totally like Ixion, but same model, I guess. Nothing so far, but I'm hopeful that will change. Dynamis seemed promising. Not sure what I'm looking for, but I don't think I've found it yet. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's do this Aether quest. Welcome, friend. Sokals. Sokals? A soul-bearing familiar. Okay, so it's gonna give me a tour. Alright, I guess we just visit a bunch of places and he talks about it. I'm just gonna skim through this. Probably not super important. Last. That's an interesting name. These barrow mounts are really nice. I'm glad they put them in the game. It attracts some interesting people. It requires equal levels of passion and patience. Okay, so it should recording now, right? Yeah. So Elpis. And then there's one more area I have not explored, huh? We're in a continuing the main story. Yeah, here's another Gyro mount. I've watched 2 Gyro anime series. Oh, they're pretty good. I like them. It's the more recent ones. I can't remember the names. But if I haven't watched the live-action TV series, I guess, which it's based off of, I hear they're kind of cheesy, but the animes were good. Oh shit, these things are dead. Oh, something killed him. I mean, they don't look burned. Dark-haired man. I don't think he's a blonde man, huh? Not who I'm looking for. His hair is long, but the color is wrong. Yes, I know. This guy, blonde-haired man. Oh boy. More talking. What does this have to do with anything? I'm trying to save my world here. They're talking about berserk animals. Oh boy. I guess we gotta fill up the plot here. Fill up the time. Maybe this is important, I don't know. Oh, come on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. My internet was having issues. Should be fine now. Hermes appears solemn and sorrowful. Are you still depressed, dude? Get over it, man. You gotta kill them all. Must be unmade. Are they actually gonna kill the animals? I guess this is another Aether Current quest. Okay, just follow this. I think it's a bat. Or something. I guess I'm supposed to kill them. Let me switch to my dragon. What is that it? I just have to kill a couple of monsters for you? Finished with this little detour. Let me continue the main story quest. Holy smokes. Are these the, Oh no, they're different. Oh, they broke free. This reminds me of Jurassic Park when they bred raptors. These animals look pretty ferocious. And you still bred them anyway. This is kind of like the velociraptors. Why did you breed them when they're so dangerous? Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the story. Pretty much we have to find the 3 that escaped and kill them, I guess. And yes, of course, I'm talking about the original Jurassic Park movie, not the Jurassic World movies. I hate those movies. Well, hate is a strong word. I'll say I dislike them. Okay, looks like another fight. I actually enjoyed Jurassic Park 3. It was kind of the cheesy action flick, but it was a lot better than Jurassic World, at least. Okay, so we captured one of these things. Look at this thing. Obviously dangerous.
すまない。すまない。本当に。どうか君の魂が
He's really
安らかであらんこと。
He's really hurt.
魂の海が深き冥界が穏やかであらんこと。
Calm down, dude. It's just an animal. I'm just kidding. I know,
君たちのイデアは必ず残す。
I know some people love animals a lot.
いつかまた形を得るだろう。星を良くしなくたっていいんだ。君の生きたいという願いが。その時こそ。どうか。
I like animals too, but not to this degree.
恨んだまま許す必要はない。その証に苦しみはここへ置いていくといい。次に生まれる時にはきっと思うがまま大地と空を駆け回ってくれ。
And there it goes, back into the live stream. Oh wait, wrong gang. You'll be alright, Hermes.
ヘルメス、14人委員会に入れ。この場所はお前には向いていない。
自分がここを離れたって誰かが選別を続ければ同じことだ。教えてくれ。星を良くするという名分は今消えた吐息よりも重いのか。やり遂げた者が死ぬというなら、いつか星が最善に至った時にどうする。よくやったと満足して死に絶えるのか。わからないんだ。ファダニエルの座を継げば今その座にいる彼が星に帰るのを肯定することになる。それが正しいことなのかわからない。こんなことで悩んでしまう自分が人の代表として立っていいのかわからないんだ。 すまない。まだ選べる余地が残っているなら、少し頭を冷やして考えさせてほしい。ヒトロダイウス、すまないが、案内は君に任せた。
了解。好きにさせてもらうから心配ないよ。
君もここに来た目的が果たせることを願ってる。
私たちはひとまず12節の園に戻ろうか。この後どうするかそこで相談しよう。
そうだな。
Yeah, I don't know if Hermes is right for whatever job they want him to do. He's a little, mentally unwell. I guess. I'll put it that way. Well, he just has to man up, I guess. Okay, we're still not done with this place. But I think this is a good place to stop. Didn't get too much done, just a lot of talking and cutscenes. But, I'll stop here. Continue this another time. Thanks guys for watching. You guys have a good day. You guys have a good night. See you next time. Take care. Bye.